And the task is in front of Royal Missile, who was relegated to last. They come off the riverside of the track, 550 to go, and Minus Looks pricked its ears up there, having a good look around. There's been no pressure whatsoever to Minus Looks. It's had it easily in front. On the outside, the baldy face Sunset Pete. Here's Samovar peeling to the outside, letting down, and running on Glimmer Girl and Variation, trying to push into the clear. Minus Looks 200 to go from Samovar. Here's Royal Missile coming from the back of the field. This is going to be a big effort to get up and win from where it's come from. It'll get up all right. It's coming down the outside from the back end. Terrific performance. Royal Missile beats Samovar. Variation third. Swedish Memories, Vermont Lady, Minus Looks were next home. A Gap Glimmer Girl who couldn't go on, and neither Sunset Pete and Driving Me Wild has whipped them all in. Well, you would have thought that it needed to be fired out of a cannon, this missile. From last, back there, and a clear last. We'll get a time shortly on the race. 690, 180 Royal Missile beats Samovar 140 and Variation 210. But he was able to get up onto the back of Glimmer Girl, who started to tiptoe and work to the outside of it. Samovar grabbing Variation. They beat off Minus Looks, who couldn't have had it any cheaper in front. But this has been a super victory, because the pattern of the race, the way it was starting to unfold, was completely against it, although it does have a great turn of acceleration. And that was certainly highlighted there with that brilliant finishing performance. 4:8.51, Swedish Memories fifth, and the time there 1:25.42. So they just ambled around and made it a sprint from the corner, and a terrific effort there by this filly. A Smart Missile, Spirit of Grace 3-year-old for Ray Meadowcroft, M. Chadwick, Peter Jones, D. White, and also BJ and Ryan Meadowcroft, and trained by Simon Miller, has got the Ascot season off to a fly with 2 winners in the first 3 races and a winning double as well for Peter Nucky. And she paid well at the 690 and 180. Samovar, number 8 by Savabeel from Sambar for Peter Walsh and Brian Bradley, trained by Dan Morton and ridden by William Pike, $1.40. And Variation by War Chant out of Fleeting Angel for Jeff Wilson, Mick Walsh, Neil Gill, Peter Ensel and Arthur Barrett, prepared by S.J. Miller, ridden by Brad Parnham, $2.10. But all honours with Royal Missile. Samovar certainly will be the improver out of the run. 3/4 into neck with the margins, 3/4 by a neck after the running of race number 3. Race 4, the Crown Sports Bar handicap at 9 after 3. Number 3, Juendus, is out. Number 3, Juendus, a late scratching. We'll get deductions very soon on that late scratching of Dusty Storm, which was at long odds in race number 3. Well, Adam McGrath's about to join us, and he'll be there with the winning trainer Simon Miller. He'd be absolutely as proud as punch of that filly's win this afternoon, to concede them a start and then have to really get home off the back of a sluggish pace up at the head of the field. Tremendous performance today by Royal Missile. And in fact, Adam's now with Simon, whose Ascot season has commenced in a blaze of glory, and he's down in the winners' enclosure.
Simon, you didn't hide your opinion of this galloper when she won first up over the 1,300 metres, and she just showed us again how good her turn of foot is and how dangerous she's going to be in some of these bigger races.
Yeah, she's a quality filly, pedigree to match, and she's done a good job, because I had to idle her at this distance, mindful that we got the Burgess Queen of Champion fillies. So I just idled her a little bit, and to her credit, she's doing a really good job.
The ride by Peter Nucky, although there looked to be speed in there on paperwork, they did get it quite easy through the early stages again, but he was well aware of that, made his move before the bend, and again, that was probably the difference.
Yeah, it probably speaks volumes of the horse as well, with the lack of tempo to be able to sprint over the top of him, overcome adversity. But we learned a fair bit out of it the other day. Pete was pretty dirty on himself. I didn't think he did anything wrong on it, but he just was mindful that we had her just a touch close. I know she was midfield, but he just said if I was a pair back, she probably sprints a bit harder. So from that gate today, we're always going to roll back. And with the Ascot, the track, you know, she can slingshot off the turn and run into it. So she's in for a good prep, but, you know, Champion Fillies is right up her early, that's for sure.
She's only had, this is her 5th career start. How has she been pulling up between the runs? The Burgess Queen, Melbourne Cup Day, not too far away. And is she pull up quite quickly from these and well?
Yeah, she does. She's got a constitution. So all we've got to do now is just get black type. That's, you know, I paid a fair bit of money for her as a filly, and she's a half to Group 1 stand. So if I jam black type on her, then she's a valuable commodity.
Yeah, she certainly looks to be a very nice type. Just quickly, Vengabus coming up a little bit later. Very good second up record. Conditions probably not suit him, but that horse defied the odds all last year when we were at Ascot.
Yeah, he did, but not in this race. I wouldn't have thought against that field, but I've got other races for him, but this is just a little bit of a fitness run. He won't shirk the issue, but I think class will prevail with the other runners, so they'll be a bit better than him.
As Darren said, it's been a great start to the Ascot season. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's good. Nice to be back here.
We'll grab winning jockey now, Peter Nucky, who this time doesn't appear to have blood, so he must be a little bit happier, not hitting himself in the whip. But again, a tremendous ride by him. Really executed it well, and the plan and strategy out there. Well done, mate. As I said, a really good ride.
Yeah, really suited today. I came in, I said to one of the owners, Ray, the other day, I was a little bit critical of my ride. I rode a pretty good the start before, and I tried to ride the same race the second time, but the pace wasn't in my favour the second time as what it was the first time. And I said, the deader I ride this, the better it will go. And I didn't think there's a lot between that Bonnie horse and my horse. So today, I said, I'm going to ride it super dead, and she delivered that finish. And, you know, Simon's just done such a good job with these horses, and I'm the lucky jockey in the driver's seat riding them, so I'm pretty happy with the stable.
Were you concerned at all with the lack of speed through the early stages again? Because although it was a very slow tempo, you seemed to be quite active just to roll up early to make sure that you weren't left out the back.
Yeah, when the scratching came out, I was a little bit worried. I thought that was the main pace of the race. But she was pretty comfortable back where I was, and from the 600 to the 500, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to give him too much of a start, and she sort of got on the back of one, and yeah, I had a lap full of horse when I come around that corner.
Simon wants black type. You're confident you can get at this prep?
Oh, definitely. The way we're going with her, she's at the start of a prep going forward, so I still think there's still a bit more in the tank there to improve.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Yes, thanks, Adam.
There's winning jockey Peter Nucky.